What if I told you the reason why people aren't buying your high ticket offer has nothing to do with your offer? What if I told you it has nothing to do with your presentation? I can remember not too long ago where my offer was not selling. And I remember tweaking my offer and working on my presentation and making sure I knew how to overcome objections. It still did not change the sales results until I did one thing and things began to take off in an unprecedented way. I heard this from my pastor and it resonated so much with me. And it is, you can't sell what you are not willing to buy. I want you to write that down. You can't sell what you haven't bought, and you can't sell what you're not willing to buy. Because here's the thing, if you are trying to sell at a level that you have yet to invest in yourself, it's not going to work. Why is that? Well, let me ask you a question. Have you tried to sell a $50,000 offer, a $30,000 offer, a $20,000 offer, a $10,000 offer, a $5,000 offer, and you yourself have yet to invest at that level? I'm just asking. Let's have a real conversation. This is a judgment-free zone. Are you trying to sell at a level that you have not yet and are unwilling to invest in yourself? Let me ask you the next question. Why is that? I'm going on a limb, but chances are you don't believe in investing at that level. And you're trying to sell what you yourself haven't bought. And so you are a walking contradiction. You don't believe that investing at that level because you haven't bought it yourself. I just find it so interesting when I see people trying to sell at a level higher than they themselves haven't even invested in. See, when you invest at the level that you are trying to sell in, you have gone through the emotional journey of investing in yourself at that level. The emotional journey of telling yourself in thought, in words, and in action that you deserve to invest at that level. We know that people buy based on emotions. And so when you yourself have gone through that emotional journey, you're able to sell at that emotional journey. You understand at a visceral level, and I don't know how, but it can be felt by potential customers or clients what you really believe. Be honest with yourself. Do I actually really believe in investing at that level? Do I believe that it works? There was a reason why for years I didn't sell certain type of offers because I didn't believe that they worked. I didn't sell challenges because I didn't believe challenges worked until I experienced two challenges. One, my Pilates teacher. Two, my current business mentor. And it worked. But until I had bought a challenge that I believed in, I couldn't sell it. Until I remember coming out of coaching training school and one of my colleagues, shout out to the Coaches Training Institute and all my fellow CPCCs. And I remember a colleague of mine, this is back, 19 plus years. And a colleague of mine said that he was in a program, he was investing $200 a month for professional development and business development. And I was like, wow, that's a lot. You know why I thought it was a lot? Because I'd come from a corporate background where my employer had paid for all of my professional development. I'd never gone in my own pocket. Well, I did to get the CPA certification, training to become a CPA. But other than that, I hadn't really gone in my own pocket. I remember my first coach, high-level coach, that I invested $10,000. And it was a big deal. And you know what? Working with her helped me. I hired her to help me go from hourly to packages. And then I began to sell at the $5,000 and $10,000 level. And I was able to hold the space in the sales call and understand the emotional journey because I had gone through that emotional journey. But before that, it was like, what? I've been like $200 a month, which is $2,400 a year. But until I went into my pocket and invested at a high level, I wasn't able to sell at a high level. So one of the best things that I do for many of my clients is actually charge premium fees. And when they realize that they invest at a premium level, then they'll be able to sell at a premium level than they couldn't before. Because now they believe it's possible. In fact, it was so interesting when I started to look back and notice that I am a high ticket buyer. How do I know the psychology of high ticket buyers? Because I studied how I buy as a high ticket buyer, and I started to notice it's the same pattern of clients who have bought premium offers from me. Like, it wasn't just Althea's way of buying, it was the psychology of high ticket buyers. I was just sharing how a few years ago in December, you know how we do it, right? Like, we reflect back, we meet with God, we sit at the feet of Jesus and God, what's next for me, and reveal things for me. And I remember he revealed an area of my business a few years ago that there was a gap. Like, there was a major gap. It's so interesting how the brain works. So now that I had this revelation in this inside of this gap, it was no surprise my brain began to look for professionals who could fill the gap. And I saw this business coach, the sales coach, on a podcast interview on LinkedIn, and was like, oh my gosh, she has a solution for the problem that I know that I have. And within 7 days, I moved myself from cold to cool to warm to buyer of her $3,000 home study course. 7 days from just interacting with her content. It signaled my brain that there was a gap, and then I began to look for someone who was providing a solution to this problem. And I bought in 7 days. Why am I telling you this? I know that people will buy in a single sales conversation. I had a 15-minute consult with her, and I'll share this with you in another video, the sales psychology of high ticket buyers and what they do. And so I know that people will buy in a single sales conversation, not only because it's happened to me and to my clients, because I do that. See, many of you are telling your brain mixed messages. You're actually telling your brain, no one will buy at this level. No one will consume my content and move themselves from cold to cool to warm to hot buyer. It won't work for me. It never works for me. It only works for other people. Whether subconsciously, unconsciously, or consciously, you're telling your brain that, and your actions are reflecting it. And then you're wondering why no one is buying your offers. But the good news is you have the power. You have the power to change it instantly. Instantly. You can invest. Those coaches, consultants that you've been eyeing, that you've been saying, I'd love to work with them. I know that they can help. And maybe you've put a but I can't afford it. Again, can't. You're poisoning your brain. What if you told your brain, I know that they can help. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to make a way to invest in myself through their offer now, because I know that they can help. And I'm telling you, but I've had clients who have invested in my offer, and soon, like I'm talking 24, 72 hours, they've gotten a client to cover their investment. They're like, it came out of nowhere. See, something happens when we buy what we're trying to sell versus others who are like, I want to work with you. I know you can help, but I'm going to try to make the money first before I invest in you. Let me ask you a question. If you said that, I remember saying that and it didn't work. How's that working for you? This is a judgment-free zone, but truth teller to truth teller, I want to tell you, you can't sell what you haven't bought. So you show up for yourself, for your gifts, for your purpose, for the clients that God has assigned to you, for your marketplace ministry, for the kingdom, and invest at the level and with the coach, consultant, mentor who you know, who God has told you can help. And I'm telling you, you will find that people will say yes to your high ticket offers. And I want to help you in this journey by offering you my brand new training, the 7 biggest sales mistakes that female entrepreneurs make that keep them from 7 figures. Listen, it's in the description and also in the comments. I'll make it really easy. Here's what's going to happen in this training. You're going to learn why selling is easy for some and hard for others. You're going to learn how to think about sales and think about yourself so you can experience those big paydays that you see others having. You're going to learn how to stop feeling guilty about being paid a lot of money to do what you love to do, what is easy for you to do, and is hard for others. And you're going to learn an amazing 5-day process that's going to help you grow your sales faster without working harder. This is going to help you come out of agreement with the sales lies that you've been believing that are keeping you under monetized. So go ahead and grab my free training. I can't wait to see you on the other side. The 7 biggest sales mistakes that female entrepreneurs make that keep them from 7 figures. And I want you to write down, so you tell your brain, type it in the chat, I can't sell what I'm not willing to buy, and my gifts are too valuable for me to not sell them. That was a tongue twister. I know. But you're smart. You've been gifted. I can't sell what I don't buy, and my gifts are too valuable not to sell. I want to know if, we're in the same community, that we are changing how we think about sales and ourselves so that we up-level our mind, we up-level our fees, and we become the business leader that God created us to be. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and share this video with other like-minded female entrepreneurs like us who are ready to make a whole lot of money doing what we love to do, serving the people that God called us to serve. Okay, I will see you in the free training. I love you so much. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we release a new video. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Go to AltheaMcIntyre.com to get your free training on the 7 biggest sales mistakes that keep you from 7 figures.